2 or 3 minutes after you left, it popped up in the corner of one. Like I said, if you keep an eye on it, if somebody joins, it'll always pop up. And when they leave, it'll pop up too to tell you like somebody left.
Now, can you see who's subscribed to your YouTube thing?
I'm not sure. I've never really massively checked it out beyond just let's see.
'NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Players. .315. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
A birdie will send him to 1 under on the leaderboard. Now to the second. Frank, what do you make of this hole?
Well, over the years, we've seen more and more people hitting 3-wood off this tee. And 3-wood's normally easier to draw, and it doesn't run out down that right side.
Excellent looking shot here. And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Setting up for the third hole here at TPC Sawgrass, relatively short par 3 at 177 yards.
But you've got to carry that ball at least 4 or 5 yards onto this green, even when it's firm.
Here we go. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just 5 feet left. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
We have already begun. Let's pick up with the action. Play to this point early in the round.
Yeah, it's solid without being spectacular, and that's actually a huge compliment. Great swing, Rich. Fundamentally really solid. Sits up to the ball, stands to the ball well. Good full backswing. Nothing's overly hard. Really good speed increase, too, on the way down. Effortless.
I love the rhythm and tempo of that swing. Frank, the second here at the fourth is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
Good looking shot right here. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll. And yet another birdie, this time inching into the top 5.
Fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that, when he goes after it like he is here. He just smokes it. Huge with a capital A.
Moved it a long ways. Really good drive here, about 320 yards and straight. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, what do you think of the sixth? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
Gave that the full treatment. Get up. Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
And with that birdie, moves into a tie for the lead.
Got ourselves a battle right now, Rich.
Frank, the 7th hole here at the TPC Sawgrass, vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. Anything other than straight confuses the player off the tee. But there's 3 pot bunkers down the right side. On the left of that, it's actually a pretty good line. Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank, you've been there. What's the best way to approach this next shot at the 7th hole?
There's a lot of mounding on this 7th green, to the right and the left. You can use those mounds to kick the ball to the flag.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Like a machine out there. Another green in regulation. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass gets all the attention when you look at the par 3s. Justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is. Longest of the 4 par 3s. Plus, it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Shouldn't be a problem here. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 9?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2, but you can make an absolute mess here at 9.
Couldn't ask for too much better here. Now the second shot to the par 5.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone. This is an awkward length.
Wow, I thought he made that. Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you think, cleaning up here for par.
Did the job right there. Now on to one of the most exciting back nines in golf here at the TPC Sawgrass and the Stadium course. Let's begin at number 10. Frank, and what do you make of this hole?
It's another one where you're just trying to fit the tee shot in the fairway there. It's not a driver, just something that stays right. And of course, we've seen a lot of people stray here down the left side. Who can forget Mickelson when he won his Players' Championship, hitting that phenomenal 7-iron out of the fairway bunker, through the trees, and still finding the putting surface. But speaking of the putting surface, this green has more undulations than just about any green on the golf course.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all.
Look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. Good contact, good result. Really has not been bothered all day long by these strong winds. Good play so far. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. You want to get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18 with a chance. 16 is the reachable par 5. You can make eagle there. And then the final 2 holes, you just want to steer clear of trouble. Though, with bold play, and you mentioned it with Craig Perks, you could make birdies.
It really is a case of mind over matter when you look at those holes. You're right. If you took away the water, you'd think they're 3 nice holes. But it wouldn't be the same. You intimidate the player as he plays 15. He's well aware of the finishing 3 holes.
How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Standing over his birdie putt. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. Excellent looking shot here. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
So they'll tap in. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 14th hole, 481-yard, par 4, ranking second in difficulty, Frank.
Yeah, this one always gets overlooked, Rich. You've only got to flick the drive a little left, and all of a sudden your round just gets completely wrecked. Ask BJ Singh, cost him a Players' Championship. Many a player there has dealt with that left side. You will pay the price. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, you tip your Hogan visor to this player because early on it appeared as though this one was headed way off the tracks.
Well, it was. And to stop the round and turn it back and now look like he's playing even better than ever, it took some doing.
Here we go. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Mark that as a birdie on the card. Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's two little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. Didn't think this was possible, but 15 under par already. Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game. 16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17, and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament, too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse.
Players aren't just grabbing any old golf club these days, Frank. It's about spin rate and launch angle and all of those sorts of concepts.
Yeah, and the grooves, all those things help the player. Even the loft on wedges, loft is increased. We now see 64, 65 degree sand arcs, so they get the ball up quicker and it stops quicker.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
And getting ready for the putt. Making it look easy. Fort Eagle. Frank, a couple different ways to watch golf as a fan. You could follow your favorite player for a number of holes, or you can park yourself in one spot. I think one of the better ones is the hill behind the 17th at TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, and that's why the reaction of the fans is so different. If you followed that player the whole way around, you've lived and died on every shot he's hit. Meanwhile, if you're stuck at a hole, you want to see some tragedy, you want to see some great shots. And and consequently you get that divergence of different type of fan.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Continues to roll it very well all day long. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard. Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taking off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it. I tell you, there's long and long. And that, with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make. Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round one.
Good place to be. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
NBC Golf Channel, with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. And he'll do it again today.
And a great start.
Frank, what do you make of the par 5 second?
Doglegs to the left, so there's a decision to be made here all the time, but a good hooking tee shot. That takes the trees on the left out of play and even the rough on the right. Good tee shot here. I've seen people get home with as little as a 5-iron.
Just pulverized that golf ball. Well, those are good numbers right there. 320. 320 yards, just crushed it in the fairway. This one has a chance to be close. Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So the Eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. So we started with a par 4, then a par 5, and now the 177-yard par 3 third hole. Plenty of hazards here, Frank.
Yeah, you really break this green up into 3 portions. Front left, front right, and that back, just on top of the ridge.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. And it drops for birdie. Frank, how difficult is it to access the hole location if you miss the fairway here at 4?
Well, if you miss it left, I've got to say the lesser of 2 evils is to be in the bunker on the right.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, Rich, the reason why the best players enjoy stroke play so much is that every single shot's going to count. And you can't get away with anything in stroke play.
You have to manage your game, and you have to manage your emotions as well, because it can get away from you in a hurry. That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Good putt. Frank, the golf course toughens up right here at the long par 4 fifth.
Yeah, when you play it off the back tee, 470 yards, it's nearly 320 yards to that last bunker down the left side. That really has to be in the back of your mind. The ideal tee shot, little left to right.
Up for the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Frank, as players get set for the second shot here at the 5th, what are they thinking?
You have to be precise with the second shot. You miss it long and left. Very, very difficult chip there. And, of course, short and right. And amongst those moguls in the bunker, it's tough to get it up and down.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Locked in on the read and the speed. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy. Featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Seventh hole here at Sawgrass. Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
That will be a great look at birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Good contact, good result. This has really been an airtight performance to this point, just flawless. He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Getting Sutton over the puck. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now on to one of the most exciting back nines in golf here at the TPC Sawgrass, the stadium course. Let's begin at number 10. Frank, and what do you make of this hole?
It's another one where you're just trying to fit the tee shot in the fairway there. It's not a driver, just something that stays right. And of course, we've seen a lot of people stray here down the left side. Who can forget Mickelson when he won his Players Championship, hitting that phenomenal 7-iron out of the fairway bunker, through the trees, and still finding the putting surface. But speaking of the putting surface, this green has more undulations than just about any green on the golf course.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Sinks the putt for birdie. Let's go to the 11th. Now, it's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7.
He's going for a little extra.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Down, little Shiva, down! Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck? Really? This is an awkward length.
What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
Certainly throwing an eagle against the field too. We've seen it all. Birdies, eagles, just blitzing the field from start to finish.
Frank, what's so much fun about TPC Sawgrass is the excitement that it generates for a fan and how many different holes there are. 12 is a good example.
Yeah, 12 looks like it's fresh from Scotland. You can see why Pete Dye spent a lot of time over there. Tee shot looks straight away, but the second shot is blind. The shot you'd get in Scotland with a wedge where you just see the top of the flagstick and you've got to really guesstimate on the yardage that you have. But a good wedge shot and someone that can judge their distance, this is certainly a birdie hole.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Pretty good result right there, considering
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
now the approach to the 12th. Frank, what's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
Good-looking shot right here. A sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
Can't wait to write those on the card. One below par. Chalk it up. It's a birdie. Frank, so much focus on the back nine here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of the screen that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here over the years.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Cleans that up in the hole. All right, Frank, this one gets everybody's attention. 14th, 481 yards, par 4.
Yeah, it's not just the length of this hole. Water down the left, mounds to the right. This is it. You've got to buckle up here. Tee it up. This has to be your best swing.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start. Oh, this is right at it.
Well, it's obvious he is in complete command of his golf ball right now. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. And in for birdie. Frank, the 15th hole certainly has the respect of the professionals.
But you're right. This is a positional hole where just keep the ball down the left center. You can't go too far, though, because you'll get blocked out or you'll run out of fairway. From there, it's really about knowing where the flag is, what position on the green, because this is another green that's not flat. If the second shot lands on the wrong portion of the green, it'll finish well away from the hole.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Good putt. Frank, I think one of the things that fans love about this gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, each hole has that sort of hold your breath moment. Certainly 17, we know when that ball's in the air, you're holding your breath. Is it wet or dry? 16, same on that second shot. You're holding your breath wondering, where is it? Right in the water or left with a chance for 3?
That's why you don't want to get too sloppy on that tee shot. A lot of people look at 16 because there's a wide fairway and they think just get it down there. The extra 10 or 15 yards, there's a little ridge down that left side. If you catch that, the ball will kick a good 20 yards further forward. 20 yards is too close. I'd much rather go into 17 with a 4-iron than a 2-iron.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. What a great shot. Right next to the hole. It's about 5 feet. These putts keep the round together. Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. Now the start of the gauntlet. 16, 17, and 18. Par 5, 16. Frank, Tiger made birdie here all 4 days in winning in 2013.
Fred Couples made that fantastic eagle many years ago. Hole bends a little to the player's left. You don't have to hit driver here if you're a long hitter, but you really must move that ball right to left.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. 8-foot putt here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now one of the more difficult holes in golf. The 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. In 2013, this hole averaged .39 strokes above par. What makes it so challenging, Frank?
Just that big body of water that's to the left of 18 here that's also shared to the right of 9. Not a single fairway bunker on this 18th hole. So really, lack of definition. It's so hard to find a target here.
Now his final approach shot of the day, just wants to go out in style.
One more good swing. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Has this putt for birdie. And he has it for birdie. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
PC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Players. Excellent opening tee shot. That ball's right in the fairway. Frank, what's the best way to get at this first hole?
Ideally, you want to go with a short iron. Makes it easier to keep the ball on the right level.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Birdie try again here today.
Really solid stroke.
Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those.
Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
Oh, that hurts. Thought he had it. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday. I'm trying for another one today. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Now the par 3 third.
Not overly long, but 2 is a rarity here. Difficult green, and you don't see a lot of tee shots actually finish close here for some unknown reason.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Frank, how important is positioning off the tee here?
Well, we saw a positional tee shot at 1 and 2. This is another one here at 4. It's gone for a little extra.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Comfortably knocks it in.
Frank, the golf course toughens up right here at the long par 4 fifth.
Yeah, when you play it off the back tee, 470 yards, it's nearly 320 yards to that last bunker down the left side. That really has to be in the back of your mind. The ideal tee shot, little left to right.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 into 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it.
Frank, that golf ball's sitting up like a red velvet cake in a bakery. It looks pretty, doesn't it?
Time to take a bite of it.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pot bunkers there, and of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's a canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Stroke that with authority. Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
Well, you come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
This is a good-looking shot. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Trying to make yet another birdie. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, now at the 9th, this really is one of my favorite par 5s in the entire sport.
And I certainly enjoy watching people play it today, Rich. It used to be unreachable, but the longer hitters now, we're starting to see them go for this par 5 regularly in 2. And the reason why, they start to hit the drive more down the right now than what they used to. People used to try and go down the left side. The right side, it hugs the water, but you get a better view of the second shot.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Settles in over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.